front and rear brake hoses. I already have some other hoses on, but I'll show you how to replace them with others. For those coming from ABS, you need to remove it if you want to have direct front to front and rear to rear brake hoses. If you want to install direct brake lines for the front and rear, like in specialized model. Either with the pedal or with your hand. It goes to the control unit you have underneath, between your legs, and from the control unit, the tubes go to the ABS. If you decide to remove them in order to have the direct line, and obviously you do not need the ABS, you will have the direct line. Tonight, I will show you how to do it. Right now, I'm explaining, but later, I will have to use the bleed system. So the compressor will turn on, which is why I'll speed up the video. In the meantime, let me show you the cables. The two cables are these. One is the front, lower, and upper part, and one is the rear. I will give you a step-by-step guide, not so much on how to change them, because whoever needs to do it and does it should know what they're doing. I will show you, but you should have some manual skill. I will give you all the instructions to be able to purchase these cables, obviously not from me, from Ciccio. This German guy who makes custom cables, I will give you all the codes and lengths. So you can go online, enter your codes, the lengths, codes, lengths, and they arrive at home, the front and rear brake lines. So I'll start right away. I have this device. You can also find it on Amazon for 15 to 20 euros. The compressor is connected to it. This connects to this device, and this is connected. The vent goes into a vacuum, and it is used to bleed or suck out the oil that is inside, so it does not spill and make a mess anywhere. On the other hand, you need a hose and a compressor. This is one way. Some people do it by opening up, collecting with a hose. There are many ways to do it. This is how I do it. It's cheap. It stays in here, and it doesn't make a mess. It's a good solution.
See you in the next episode. Until next time.
Now I'm going to do the purging. It'll be a bit noisy, and you won't hear me.
Hi.
I put a piece of paper underneath because obviously a bit of oil leaks out. You see, 2 drops of oil came out. It leaks anyway.
It is not true. It is not true. It's not true. It's not true.
Being able to make it work. The solves are pressure switches that I've connected directly to the original switches. Since I already have them set up and can turn them freely, it's a bit more effort. Otherwise, I let them turn freely.
Give it to me.
I had to remove the cover because I have these switches that are used to turn on the
Hello.
So, despite the so-called difficulties, we have already resolved it. Obviously, I pass it through the inside, between the perch and the water. The pliers, here, if I want, I can already tighten it. I keep it a little away from the pliers and a bit apart. I hold it in the middle. Perfect. Here, it's all set.
Here,
On the spot,
in the next episode.
yes, guys. I'm doing this operation smoothly, calmly. I could do it in many ways, but I'm doing it in the way most similar to how a person would. Do you want to do it by yourself? Range number 13, range number 12, more cabinets. Here it is quite far from the disc. What's important is to prevent the disc from cutting the tube. But we have 5 centimeters to spare. Here we're good. Here we're good. We've tightened it here. Then we'll pass it over there. Here, the motorcycle just needs to lower it a little bit. But it's got plenty of room. I take the oil after putting the oil here. I take the oil, it's a Dutch oil from Brembo. €10, €12, €15 per liter, you replace 6 to 7 tubes. I attach this device again because it's convenient for me. Since it sucks in the oil, I pour on top. And when the circuit is full, it automatically removes the air bubbles. It's convenient for me.
In the next episode.
Perfect.
So,
The front has been replaced to its length. Then I will go and adjust it later, but it runs inside. It's free to move. I'll strap it here. Now I'll do the rear.
in the next episode.
I'll take you this way so you can see better.
Hi.
I put this here to protect the pump from possible impacts. I haven't checked if the pump works. Actually, the brake, perfect.
See you next time. Bye, everyone.
Guys, I don't think I can replace this because I've already connected the wiring and integrated it inside, and it would be a really long process for me. But basically, let me show you. This is the cable. As I said, I'll give you the code. Up here are the push buttons. Why? Because without ABS, when you press the brakes, otherwise the rear light does not turn on. You can find the link for these on my site. You can easily integrate them with the two connectors for the ABS, and they will work for both the front and the rear. Pressing the brake. I've already wrapped it, because to install it, the entire cable has to turn. Since I've already locked it on top, I can't unscrew it anymore. I would have to disassemble the bike. In short, it would be quite a long operation. Remove the filter. I have already put it in place, so I would have to disassemble everything just to show you, because I have already mounted it. Basically, this is the cable that goes from here to the pump. Wakahase, we put it back on. To be safe, I am putting a bit of medium thread locker here. So you have seen that the operation is pretty simple. So I'll give you the directions to purchase the front and rear cables. You need to purchase the two push switches, because that way you integrate it directly with the circuit. It's on here in the center. I can't show you now because I've already closed it, but the two brake sensor cables arrive. You have the switch cables, you connect them. And obviously you connect them to the front and rear switches. This way you've got the brakes for the back and front. The brakes at the back and front. This
In the next episode.
where I bought the cables, but it's pointless to zoom in and see. I'll make a list with all the perfect exact codes and lengths so you won't make any mistakes.
Hi.
Guys, I'll say goodbye for tonight. Good night. Bye.